Our planet's future is in the balance. Antarctica's ice, the Amazon rainforest, Russia's permafrost.
California is struggling with two enormous fires simultaneously.
The raging wildfires have reached the outskirts of Sydney.
England and Wales have had the wettest January since records began in 1766.
Fire seasons growing longer and more intense as a result of climate change,
causing many to point the finger squarely at climate change.
Back to the flooding, and all the evidence says the Met Office points to climate change.
We have lost control of what we currently think of as the planet that we inhabit.
This House must declare an environment and climate emergency. We have no time to waste.
And the resolution is adopted.
We went down to Coogee Beach, and the flags were flying, and the people gathered, and there was a few speeches. And then the Red Rebels came, about 10 minutes later.
And the mood really changed into one that was quite sombre and reflective.
There's something quite powerful about it. The way they just stand there, I guess.
It's pretty wonderful street theatre.
It represents the blood of all beings, blood that is shared by all the beings alive today. In a way, it's almost a priestly role. They're able to kind of mediate from some other space into the streets, and the streets, in addition of rebellion, you know, it is an uprising. And so to have that reminder that this is for all these people around the world who are losing their land and their livelihoods and their food, yeah, I think it's a very powerful thing. So on the 26th of November, Cornwall Council in Truro are going to make a decision as to whether to throw 10 to 12 million pounds of ours in the general direction of Richard Branson and his notion of horizontal takeoff for satellites. It's basically an extension of nuclear airports, and we don't need it. A lot of people who are concerned for the future, for the planet, and also for Cornwall Council's finances are going to be going along to try and persuade them. We are in a climate and ecological emergency. This last decade has been the warmest ever. Every year records are broken, fires are burning all around the planet, floods in places that have never had floods before. It's a mess, it's a big old mess. We don't need to be spending money on extending airports in a place like Cornwall. We are here because it's a beautiful place, it's a quiet place, and yeah, we need jobs, but there's no jobs from this. It's fossil fuel investment at a time when we need to be reining back, shifting from fossil fuel investments to renewables. So we're really hoping that they won't vote for it. We hope that they will take seriously their declaration of climate and ecological emergency. When you know a place like I've come to know Cornwall, and you see the coastline changing, and you see trees running out of water in the summers when the droughts come, you see the flora and the fauna changing, yeah, I mean, it's personal. It is personal. I can't imagine anybody who was present on that day would not have noticed the strength of feeling, and the numbers and the creativity, because there was not only the Red Rebels, but there were penitents. The council has legal duties, you know, for child welfare, for supporting with the basics of a civilised society, and they're throwing money away on a fantasy spaceport? No, it's not going to end here. I know that there are people who've put a lot of effort into understanding what's happening with this and lobbying and working so closely with the council, and they just are feeling it like a slap in the face. They feel all their time and effort and initiative unpaid to try and do the right thing for the kids, and then to have a decision like this made.
Against, fact, for French. 4. Frost. 4. Gammon. 4. German. 4. Giles. 4. Greenstade. Against. Hannaford. Against. Hardin. 4. Harrod.
Hearing them all calling out one by one, 4, 4, 4, and then just the odd against.
Councillor May. 4. McCarthy. 4. McKenna. McLennan.
If you're only coming across the seriousness of climate change now, I'm sorry. This is hardcore, it's a mindfuck. Every time that you press that button on your heater, on your ignition, on your car, so many things in our day-to-day lives. Every time we press those buttons, we are contributing to the destruction of the planet, the only place that we know, the only home we have. But really we need system change, and that's what the rebellion is about, and we need everybody. It's not going to work if we don't all get aboard this.